Form by L Jay Mozdy. Narrated by Brad Grochowski. I've been blessed with knowing. Nicholas Riddick. Ridiculous as I am to people who know me, or think they know me. But for the most part, it's just me and Ma for now, until I can figure out how to make it all right again. You know how sometimes you can tell when someone's lying to you? Or they're being a certain way to get you to do something. Not that they're lying as such, but it amounts to the same thing. So you know that feeling. Well, I have that feeling all the time. Everyone isn't lying, it's just that I know the core to everything. I know what or who the world revolves around. And everything people say or do has an air of manipulation. I lost her. You know. Yeah, I hear you, but this is different than your average kind of thing. We really have something greater than life, greater than a mere existence on this tiny planet and having friends and jobs or school and wanting more from all this life. We have love. Yeah. Happy Valentine's Day. But really, it's not something I can explain. And it may seem to you that, well, just go get someone else, right? No, you can't just go find someone else. It's one of those chemical compounds that bursts into being and does something completely inexplicable through the laws of physics or nature or something, and can't be reproduced and never has been. No scientist can tell us how it happened. It just is. That's what we have. But, as I said, I lost her. Kinda. Like, the other day, I went to the fridge in the middle of the night, and Ma startles the whole damn room with one flip of the light switch. And I'm blinded and rattled, and I drop the carton of milk I was drinking out of. It's all over the floor in a puddle at my feet. And there I went. I look up from the beer that Petrie hands me, and I think, wow, what day is this? Where is she? And that's always the question, not what do I wear or am I late, it's where is she? And he looks at me laughing. Don't drop this one, okay? He pats me on the shoulder. That was Allison's party, the night I left her there. Maggie, I mean, because she didn't want to leave with me. She wanted to party with everyone. I get it. I mean, what the hell is life for, right? I wanted to rocket through the stars that night. Maybe drive down Butler along the cornfields with the windows down and the radio up as loud as it will go. Watch the moon, full and bright, chase us through the sky. I wanted us to get together alone. So, like I do, I breathe deep, smelling her perfume even though she isn't near, and try to make that happen. I found out that she had walked home with someone that night, so I waited around, holding that beer Petrie gave me until the party started to simmer, quiet-like, and stood near the curb where she'd have to go to get home. But this time I never saw her. I stood there like a jackass while everyone stumbled out of the house and went home. I'll be back, though. Next time I'll just go get her and drag her by the hair or something. It's like that. So, I looked at Ma and wiped up the spilled milk. Started to go back to bed. It's trash day tomorrow, Nicholas. Take out the trash after, will ya? Yeah, sure, Ma, I got it. Sometimes I think that Ma just comes in to make sure I'm doing something. Anything. How do we have such nasty garbage? It's just the two of us, and I don't make that much mess. Well, yeah. I did make the fish the other night. That's what that smell is. Oh, beastly. Evening, Mr. Anderson. You too, I got you out here in the middle of the night to take out the trash. Yes, sir. Why is it always our job to do something with stinking garbage? I don't know, Mr. Anderson. I guess we're just built for this kind of thing. Yeah, built for garbage. I'm sure that's it. I balanced the plastic can with the missing wheel against the curb so it would stay upright, and slapped the broken plastic lid on the thing. When I looked up, through the stench of rotting fish and tartar sauce, I saw the light on in her room down the street. "Hey, Mr. Anderson? What day is this?" "What the hell, boy? It's garbage day." "Oh, yeah. Right. Damn, kids don't even know what day it is on garbage day. Garbage in his hand, stink in his nose." No, it can't be. I looked up at the night sky, full of stars, closed my robe, and managed a knot out of a broken and knotted tie string. My slippers were so thin on the bottoms that I could feel the concrete against my heels as I shuffled down the sidewalk to see if it was the night I was thinking it was. It was early enough, I thought, probably around 9 or so, judging by how many lights were still on in the neighborhood, televisions heard through the open windows. I felt the wet, cool grass her dad just cut. I could smell it. Summertime. I say her dad cut it because she got so mad that time I walked into her backyard while she was pushing the mower that I didn't want to mention it. She hated cutting the grass, and I offered to cut it, but she wouldn't let me. I thought she was beautiful. But that's not this day. I snuck up to her window, looked around behind me to see if anyone was watching. No one. Her perfume, mixed with the smell of the cut grass and the glow of the light against her curtain, dizzied me with pleasure, like I forgot to breathe for a while, holding it all in. I remember this night. It isn't the night, though. I just got home from working at the theater, putting up the marquee, and I was telling her in detail about the movie that I saw for free after work. I sat outside her window in the warm summer breeze, looking up at the night, listening to her laugh and tell me she wished she was there too. I wanted to tap on the window, but I know she would have freaked. How could I have been on the phone and there at the same time? "I love you too." Yeah, she said that. I remember what she said. I waited for a couple minutes and heard her say goodnight to her dad and close her bedroom door behind her. The light went out, and I thought there had been enough time to get to her house after that conversation to surprise her by being there. I could get her attention, tell her I ran all the way to see her, but that was a great night. Why change anything? It felt so good to be there, to let time pass with her. It was perfect. She was perfect. It's not really a memory. Memories are just thoughts. These memories happen in real time. But if I try to remember something and be in the memory, it just turns out to be a memory. So I have to pay attention to what day it is, keep asking people, though it sounds weird to ask all the time. Be patient and wait for the day she dies to change that day. "You're up early." "Hey, Ma. Yeah, it's kinda early." "Anything important today?" "As always, it will be something." "Yes, it will be something. After you get some sleep, go get us some groceries, will ya?" "Sleep? How do you know I didn't just wake up?" "I know you, Nicholas. You have things to do in life. All in good time. Don't forget the groceries, okay? Love you. I'll be back later." "Okay, love you, Ma." All in good time. When did she tell me that? I do need sleep. I can't think right now. Darkness is the only place where nothing happens. Sleep doesn't really mean that things don't happen or nothing is there. It's in darkness that I rest. My mind is not going anywhere in darkness. It's not taking me anywhere. If I sleep, I dream, and I go everywhere. I have to be careful when I dream. Static on an old television shears through a dark and silent moment. I have to ask myself, where is she? What day this is? As soon as the static subsides and a clear picture comes to mind, I remember Ma telling me to get the groceries. It's Friday. I remember. I heard a character in a movie say that the universe smells like rum and tastes like raspberries. Not my universe. My universe smells like her perfume. and tastes like lip gloss, the sweat on her thigh. If I could only stop time right there and breathe the breath we took at that moment, together. Time never stops, though. I had to open my eyes. Sometimes it's a day I don't remember or a day that never happened. Maybe it's a day that I should have had, where I'm sitting on the curb outside her house on a Sunday afternoon, waiting for her to come out. She never does. I just sit there picking up little stones and throwing them at nothing in the street. I'm alone with a feeling of insatiable want for her. I go there a lot, and it's always the same. Empty, uneventful, hopeless. It must be sleep without dreaming. It must be the day after. But I get up and get to the grocery store like Ma asked me to. Cool and calm, the rain felt good the entire way there. And there I was. I'm standing on her front porch with 3 rosebuds in my hand, my stomach in knots, nervous, thinking nothing. Then she opens the door and smiles, like she does. "I just wanted to give these to you. I hope it's okay." Seeing her again. Her face is bright, her easy manner. I could have stood there studying her face for hours. "Yeah, it's okay. Thank you." It was another day I wouldn't change. It's been like that lately. Gray static and loud voices. The television, the radio, a woman's laughter, a commercial about the local bar. "Get up, honey. You have to work in an hour. Get up. It's time to get up." Okay, Ma. I'm up, thanks." If it wasn't for Ma telling me when I have to work, I wouldn't remember to go at all. It's like she knows. My mind would always drift to where it belongs, with Maggie on any day we shared. I'll be there, Maggie. But when I have to go to work, she's usually at work, so I go to work. It doesn't stop me from drifting away, but it does get me paid while I drift away with her. "Thanks for getting the groceries. Here, I made a lunch for you." "Thanks, Ma." Wait, when did Ma make lunch for me? "Love you, Ma. See you later." "Nicholas, I almost forgot. I talked to the dean, and he said it's okay if you sit on any class you like, as long as you do your cleaning after the class is over." "Yeah, I know. It's just difficult sometimes. Most of them are obnoxious, but I'll sit in if there's something interesting going on. See ya, Ma. Thanks for lunch." Ridiculous! Hey, ridiculous! Nice coveralls. You get them from the warden? You picking up trash by the road after you're done sweeping up here? "Yeah, that's nice, you fucking asshole. Swat you like a stickball with this broom handle." "Good morning. Welcome to McDougal's. Have you seen the new McDougal's Merry Morning Muffin menu? How may I assist you in selecting this morning's breakfast?" "What? I didn't hear what you said." Jesus, man, why are you fucking with him? Keep the line moving. "Good morning. Welcome to McDougal's. Have you seen the new McDougal's Merry Morning Muffin menu? How may I assist you in selecting this morning's breakfast?" "No, I haven't seen the Merry Morning Muffin menu. What's on it?" "McDougal's Merry Morning Muffin menu has many Merry Morning Muffin menu items listed on the Merry Morning Muffin menu board. Or I can suggest the Merry Morning Mixed Mash, which has the 5 McDougal's meats plus the mashed, hashed, and fries on the sides and, of course, our Merry Morning Muffin. It's our most popular Merry Morning Muffin menu item." "Yeah, give me the meats and mash, or whatever it's called, the number 2, and I'll have a shake with that." "Thank you for having breakfast with us at McDougal's and choosing the McDougal's Merry Morning Muffin menu. Please drive through to McDougal's Merry Morning Muffin menu window number 2 and have a McDougal's Merry Morning, sir." Yeah, Merry Morning. What the fuck? Keep the goddamn line moving. Poor bastard, he'll never get out from under that stupid hat. "Here's your McDougal's Merry Morning Mixed Mash for McDougal's Merry Morning Muffin menu, sir. State law requires us to tell you that this McDougal's Merry Morning Muffin menu item is hot. If no one from McDougal's, home of the Merry Morning Muffin menu, has told you that this McDougal's Merry Morning Muffin menu item is hot, please notify the McDougal's corporate offices at McDougal's, 2222 Merry Morning Muffin Menu Way, The World. Like us on Face It. By buying this Merry Morning Muffin menu item and coming to McDougal's, home of the Merry Morning Muffin menu, we acknowledge that you have been photographed and your image and or likeness will be or has been used in McDougal's Merry Morning Muffin menu advertisements. Thank you for having breakfast with us at McDougal's and choosing from our Merry Morning Muffin menu. Come again to McDougal's, sir. Have a McDougal's Merry Morning. Finally. Now, go get your number 2. Who the hell calls their food number 2? It's a joke. It has to be. Some corporate asses decided to see if they can get people to eat shit and like it. Yeah, give me a turd on a sesame seed bun, please. I just love this place. Jesus, they're laughing at us. They sit there and laugh at us. Good morning. Welcome to McDougal's. Have you seen the new McDougal's Merry Morning Muffin menu? How may I assist you in selecting this morning's breakfast? Why don't they just get a fucking machine? McDougal's dispensary. Bring your own bowl and save $1. Splat. Thank you. No wonder that guy was fucking with him. Sir? What? Are you done? Was that the whole thing? I was waiting for more. Good morning. Welcome to McDougal's. Have you seen the new McDougal's Merry Morning Muffin menu? How may I assist you in selecting this morning's breakfast? Oh, for Christ's sake. And who the hell dresses these poor fucking bastards? Get a different hat, will ya? Good morning. Welcome to McDougal's. Hey, aren't you Professor Durham? Yeah. Okay. No fucking wonder. Get me a coffee. McDougal's has 3 fine blends of Arabica beans with a hint of I don't care. Just coffee. Black. Would you like to try our number 2? Hell no. I don't eat anything called number 2. Just get me some coffee. Thank you for having breakfast with us at McDougal's and choosing from McDougal's Merry Morning Muffin menu. Please drive through to McDougal's Merry Morning Muffin menu window number 2 and have a McDougal's Merry Morning, Professor Durham. Yeah, thanks. Damn, window number 2. Place is full of shit. Here's your McDougal's Merry Morning Coffee from McDougal's Merry Morning Muffin menu, sir. State law requires us to tell you that this McDougal's Merry Morning Muffin menu item is hot. If no one from McDougal's, home of the Merry Morning Muffin menu, has told you that this McDougal's Merry Muffin Morning menu item is hot, please notify McDougal's corporate offices at McDougal's, 2222 Merry Morning Muffin Menu Way, the world. Like us on Face It. By buying this Merry Morning Muffin menu item and coming to McDougal's, home of the Merry Morning Muffin menu, we acknowledge that you have been photographed and your image and or your likeness will be or has been used in McDougal's Merry Morning Muffin menu advertisements. Thank you for having breakfast with us at McDougal's and choosing from our Merry Morning Muffin menu. Come again to McDougal's, sir. Have a nice McDougal's Merry Morning. What? Can you repeat that, please? Here's your McDougal's Merry Morning Coffee. Shut the hell up. Oh, of course, lady. Drive right into me. I'll wait. Can you make it? Turn that thing. There you go. Turn, goddammit. Good. Now get the hell out of my way. People can't fucking drive. Where's my wave? Yeah, that's not a wave, is it? All right, class. Class, we have a new theory. There we go. Thank you. Class, we have a new theory, which was presented for peer review today, and I'd like to share it with you. It seems that our lives and the lives of our forefathers started with a single cell. Nothing new there, except that this theory of how our species was afforded the grace to come into being was not as a result of some disastrous asteroid like so many of us had believed ricocheted off the Earth and caused a devastation so great as to shut off the sun and freeze out every living thing with a body mass greater than your pet hamster burrowed in 2 feet of cold, dark soil. Nor is it an image we all know, of the squatting ape to standing man we envision when seeing how things evolved. Now, this thing that's been found, these tiny fungi had a mind of their own, a way to live unlike anything we had known previously. About 1.5 million years ago, which isn't even a breath in terms of life on Earth, this little bugger started in on whatever life was on the planet within one tiny area of visible light and conquered all. Found discreetly only at the bottom of a 420-foot borehole in the Earth's frozen crust and nowhere else. As if this thing splatted to Earth in some spittle of fecal-flinging alien spoo-tinged through a rolled-down window at the road sign to Earth on the space highway in passing, then completely disintegrated into nothing, nowhere to be found. But 12,000 years ago, it showed up on Earth again in 5 or 6 inches of crusty Earth. Between 1 million years ago and 12,000 years ago, it had not existed on Earth, or anywhere else in our discoveries of other planets, an unknown substance that is us. Yes, we know our planet pretty well. We have gone right to its gooey center, climbed and stood on its highest points, and have stepped off the surface and into the visible moorage peering clearly beyond its solar system, and this little sporadic spore has not shown its face for a very long time. It could have been a Tuesday afternoon that a man named Ernst Gertund found something in his backyard mingling in what he thought his dog made. It was the same color, smell, and consistency of such a material the old Basset has been known to make regularly at 5:30 in the evening during its unswerving walks near the neighbor's nearly uprooted mailbox. But this time, it was a little different. Ernst Gertund is not the kind of man to sniff and probe dog shit he finds in his backyard. Really, he's not. However, since the man is a scientist who studies what is found in the layers of the earth, he made it his duty to discover what he and his faithful companion could find directly under their feet. As I've said, the coprophilic fungal spore was found within 5 or 6 inches of the Earth's crust. Not very deep, is it? We've all been there and stepped in it. Now, this spore is in a safe place, submerged in a saline solution and has no energy of life that we can see. It's dead and will no longer live in its present state. And at first, the scientific community thought that it was just some nocturnal yammerings that went on inside of the man's mind, an undigested bit of beef, as it's known to have been said. But Mr. Gertund insists that this filthy bugger told him how we began on Earth. Yeah, we're not sure about that. But what we are sure of is that the budding, adapting mushroom has the ability to cling to anything and survive. It could stick to the bottom of our shoe and replicate its environment and live on like the parasite that it is. But unlike any known parasite, this thing can devour or sample its host living symbiotically. One spore shot out with greater velocity than a shotgun blast could cling and grow on anything to be eaten and digested, changing the host, or moving on to become, well, anything. This is one tricky little mother that uses all of everything it finds. We tip our pileus to this mycelium, for it is they who are we. So, if we consider this is a destroyer of every living thing on Earth, we can see the death of the dinosaur as being not from an asteroid, but from this tiny shit-eating son of a bitch that can change itself to become each productive part of the being, and congeal with others of its kin to become another organism. Anything fitting within the light spectrum as we know it. Then, jump out of the host's visible spectrum and into another. That's just it. It has the ability to see the old host from outside the old host's, or prey's, known spectrum of light, mingling knowingly, parasitically, predatorily, or not, at its will. If we can imagine seeing by using the light energy outside our visible spectrum, we would be able to dance with the living, loving bones of the beautiful young lady who sat across the gymnasium with a pretty white dress and shy smile, though we would see just her bones. Perhaps our clothing then would be made of metal. We would stand, presenting a flower to fill her senses with the same passion we are trying to convey. Yet, why present an object to do the work? Be the flower. Rearrange ourselves to be in a single breath she breathes. Then grow as passion. Be her passion. If we cross the street, so-called, we would be able to watch a radio transmission spread throughout the field in front of us, have the music it represents fill our bodies, pass right through and apply themselves to the antennae scattered throughout the valley of radios responding in tune, one first, then the next at the same time, like watching caravans of buses go down the highway all at once. So, this spore, making itself from any living thing crawling, flying, or dying in a guttural gasp, can convert its energy to be anywhere in time or space. It can be energy of any kind. Is it the reason we eat? Maybe. There's a group of cells which is congealed into a being as we know and love, formed from every one of us, from everything within this room, notebooks, pencils, computers, from the point under your elbow above the surface of your desk, that immense space that harbors worlds of things, or the other end, between the tip of your left forefinger and the blush of your cheekbone. Maybe she sits, cross-legged, bright, brown-eyed, and thinking right here in this room. Could it be the young man in the orange jumpsuit that hangs in our doorway, leaning against that broom? Has anyone developed a rash of sorts, a patch of flaking skin, an insect bite perhaps? Is it what we think it is? Could it be a few unneeded cells that have been borrowed from one to form another? Has your brown eye had a speck of dust in it lately? Today, a moment ago, when you sat down to hear me speak? Thank you, class. See you on Wednesday. Professor Durham, sir. Yes, miss? How do we know all that from finding one fungal spore? Yeah, well, it's mostly from the yammerings, as I've called it, from Mr. Gertund, but the community has had some insights into the spore. I don't have the details of that insight, just another footnote and some work done from a former member of the faculty. Wow, what former member? Oh, that person was discharged years ago, retired. But you still believe his findings, right? I don't know. It's interesting. I have to go, excuse me. Dr. Durham? Yes, excuse me. Dr. Durham, a minute of your time, please. Yes, okay. Walk to my office. Doctor, have you seen this fungal spore? Do you know where it is? No, ma'am, I have no... Do you drive an old MGB GT by any chance? Yeah. How did you know? You almost fucking crashed into me trying to turn that piece around at McDougal's. Oh, well, sorry about the expletive and the finger thing. Right, because me sitting still in the drive-thru lane was a problem for you. Look, I'm sorry, but I need to find that fungus. I'm sure a lot of people want to find the fungus. Who the hell are you? I'm a researcher from a major photochemical producer. Oh, well, that explains it. Excuse me, I have work to do. Professor, damn it.